There's a fascinating study in neuroscience that sheds light on something the Torah has been teaching for thousands of years. Researchers showed participants images of angry and fearful faces. As expected, the amygdala, the brain's fear and threat center, lit up. The body braced for danger. But then they introduced one small change. This time they added a single word under each face, angry or afraid. And suddenly the amygdala response dropped significantly. What changed? The threat didn't go away, but naming it made it less powerful. Sometimes the first step to transcending an emotion is simply identifying it. Because when we can name, we can face. And when we can face, we can change. This idea echoes powerfully through Parashas Chayei, in the story of Eliezer, Avram's loyal servant, who is tasked with one of the most critical missions in Torah, to find a wife for Yitzchak. The story takes up 67 full psukim, more than the narrative of Matan Torah itself. And strangely, the Torah tells it twice, once as it happens, and then again, almost word for word as Eliezer retells it to Rivka's family. Why the repetition? Chazal reveal a deeper story. Eliezer had a daughter, and deep down he hoped that perhaps Yitzchak might marry her. Even as he carried out Avram's instructions with devotion, there was a quiet whisper inside him saying, maybe this match won't work. Maybe my daughter will be the one. And this internal tension shows up subtly in the text. When Eliezer says, perhaps the woman won't come with me, the word ulai, perhaps, is spelled without a vav, allowing it to also be read as a lie, to me, a subconscious hope that the bride would come from his own home. The Sfas Emes, quoting the Kotzker Rebbe, explains, Eliezer was unaware of this inner conflict until he retold the story. And in the act of repeating it, he finally recognized the tension within himself. So the Torah repeats the story not for the sake of the listener, but for the sake of the speaker, because sometimes we only discover what we're truly feeling when we take the time to speak it out loud. So many of us get stuck. We try to grow, to change, to move forward, and we can't figure out why we're feeling blocked. We say, I'm trying to grow spiritually. I want to be more present, more focused, more calm. But under the surface, there may be a quiet resistance, a competing desire we haven't yet acknowledged. And until we name it, we cannot tame it. The greatest obstacles in our lives are not our failures, but our unspoken fears. And awareness is the beginning of healing. A true servant of Hashem is not someone without inner conflict. It's someone who sees their conflict clearly and still does what is right. Because only once we see it can we rise above it. Wishing you a wonderful Shabbos.